Here we are, everyone. We have our survivor colony up and going here. We have a little bit of a colony set up anyways. We have research, we have crafting, we have beds. We're going to have to move out of the cave here soon before the angry spider monsters come up and eradicate everyone. So that's going to be one of our next endeavors. We're going to be moving over here. But let's meet our survivors. So we have the leader, Gick Rhymes. We have Crossbow Bro, Errol Ixon. We have the delivery boy. We have the sword girl. We have baseball bat. We have bald cult leader. And of course, we have Carl. And well, Carl is just Carl. Nobody cares about Carl. But aside from Carl, we have a new addition, Jim Bob. Yes, Jim Bob. Jim Bob is our resident sanguiphage, which is Rimworld's equivalent of a vampire. So he's going to add a nice twist on everything in our survivors' lives. With that, our goal is going to be to survive and not get eradicated. As you can see, we do have the Death Pal world going on. Personally, I think it should be called Death Pale because that sounds cooler, but it's spelled Death Pal. And pretty much what that's going to do is it's going to resurrect anything that dies is going to come back as man-eating, flesh-eating, angry zombie of some kind, which is going to be part of the zombie horde and just make our lives that much harder. The drawback to that, like I said, is it does make the map a little bit darker, so we're going to have to work with that. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Our goal eventually here, like I said, is obviously to survive, hopefully not having everybody in the colony eradicated, and then we're going to try and escape on the spaceship after we grow our colony all together. We'll build it up nice, get a nice economy set up for our colony, and then we'll go do the world quests to build the spaceship and then leave and see who survives at the end of everything. Also, one thing about our world, which is going to make survival 10 times harder, is we are also using, as you know, there is the, we have our storyteller settings, but we're using the one and only Randy Random at Blood and Dust, which is almost the highest difficulty that you can get in the game. So there's a good chance that, you know, a lot of people are going to die and not make it. But, you know, we're going to do what we can to prevent that because we're gamers and that's how we roll. Alright, and here we have our colonists are working hard at setting up our hydroponics area. So we're going to be able to start growing some plants, get some good solid source of food coming in. Because all we currently have for hunting are, looks like armadillos, rats, and a turkey, which we should probably just go ahead and take that turkey out. And as we see our leaders running off to go take out that turkey. Unfortunately, he can't aim, so there's that. Oh, it looks like it's injured finally. I didn't even notice that we had mega sloths over here. Like, are you gonna hit it or not? Come on, leader. Oh, our leader will eventually get that. Just had to double check to make sure our fridge is currently covered, because the last thing we need is all our food coming back to life and killing us in the middle of the night. As you can see, we did clear this whole area out because for those of you who've built inside caves before, you're going to remember that mega scarabs and angry insect creatures love to attack your base randomly if the temperature gets too high in overhead caverns areas. So one thing to look out for there. And we do have a wooden floor set up in there, so if by some chance they do decide to show up, we can just ignite them and burn that whole place to the ground. And when it looks like our leader and sword girl ended up developing in a relationship. Wait, affair? Apparently, leader is already married to somebody named Takesaria. Oh. Well, it looks like our Rimworld game's gonna end up turning into Days of Our Lives at this rate. What do we got going? Well, first off, those two do want a double bed to share together, so let's build them a comfy little abode where they can be together. Right there should be good. So they're going to work on that and try and get a nice bed set up in there. Let's see. Whoop, it looks like somebody else was resurrected by the death pal. Oh, and there goes another one. Unfortunately, zombies don't have any sense of organization yet. Oh goodness, they're all back up and running. Okay, well, let's hope they leave our survivors alone for now. Alright, so we've built things up a bit more here. We have an actual power grid, at least to some extent now. But we are starting to have a lot of our survivors are starting to have low moods because they're going through something so terrible and traumatic that we couldn't begin to understand, and that's not having a table to eat their food at. So we're going to make sure we have that set up. We just need to give a nice table. You know, we'll give them a nice big table. So there's plenty of room for them to all eat and be happy and merry with that. Alright, so we've been building up our base slowly for a little bit here. We do have some batteries going, and we have a good energy network. And we also have kind of a maze set up pretty much for killbox. Any AIs that come through here, they're going to go through all this. Eventually, we're going to have this whole place lined with traps like this, which are going to help prevent zombies from obliterating everyone. In theory, that's what our goal is. Looks like we have our first raid coming in here. Who do we have? They're crashed. They're coming in on drop pods? Shotgun pirates? Okay, they're engaging the zombie horde over there, so we have some coming up from the side there. Let's get our forces together. Looks like our cult leaders engaged the enemies. Never actually encountered these shotgun guys before. Oh god, Carl. Look out, Carl. Oh god, they have grenades? No, somebody save Carl! Go save Carl, quick. Save Carl!